If Hugo Matthias hired me to grow his Skool community, here are the three main things I will implement to help him add an extra 15k per month in the next 90 days. Okay, now this video is not only just for Hugo, but for anyone out there who's got a Skool community and you want to grow it, right? You want to grow, but you just don't know how. All right, so hopefully this video will give you some insights on how you can do the same for yourself. Okay, so I'm going to be walking you through the things I would implement for him, right? So that you also can get insights on how you can do those in your current situation to grow your community, right? So make sure to keep watching this video till the end, because you never know when you will get insight that will just skyrocket your community growth. All right, so with that being said, let's get started. Right, so for those of you who don't know who Hugo is, so he's a creator who's got around 10,000 subscribers on YouTube, right? So this is his channel, right? So he's nearly 10,000 subscribers on YouTube, and he's got like 3,000 followers on Instagram, okay? And now what he does is he teaches people how they can create and grow their own OnlyFans management AI agencies. Okay, so this is what he does, right? Now he's got 173 members in his Skool, right? And he charges $47 per month for it, and he's soon gonna increase the pricing to $97 more, right? Now I noticed a few things I could help him with, which I'm about to go over now, right? So first thing that I would do is actually recreate his sales funnel, right? So let me tell you why. So right now his sales funnel kind of look like this, right? So he's sending all the traffic from his Instagram, right, to his link in bio, right? So, and his link in bio has got two links, right? Not two actually, but three links. So two are his offer links, and third one is the link to his VSL, right? And for those of you who don't know what VSL is, it's just a video sales letter, right? You can Google it and you'll know what it is, right? So now the thing with this is that it causes confusion, right? So I'm not saying this is wrong, but for an average viewer, for an average person who is visiting Hugo's profile, it might cause confusion. Because the thing is that people are dopamine monkeys, right? They can't really focus on one thing at a time. And if you give them a lot of options, they won't be able to focus on any of these, right? So what this does is that when you give two offers to someone, right, one low ticket and one high ticket at the same time, it causes massive confusion, right? So this is why if you've got multiple offers, make sure that you don't even show the high ticket offer to random people if you're selling it in the backend, right? If your front end offer is your low ticket offer, make sure that it's the only offer that's in the front end, and only make people aware about your high ticket offer in the backend once they actually pay you the fee for the low ticket offer. Because at the end of the day, your high ticket offer is not meant for everyone, right? It's not meant for random jokes, but for a specific group of people, right? That's why it's high ticket, right? So right now, Hugo is offering mentorship, right, as his high ticket offer, and obviously he can't mentor everyone, right? So what's the point of actually having this in the front end, right? This is just causing more confusion. So this is why I would firstly recreate his sales funnel, and not only because of this reason, but because with this sales funnel right here, you get no data, right? So what I mean by that is that right now he doesn't really have an opt-in page inside this link, right? And he has his VSL on YouTube, right? Now when you go to YouTube, you can't really track the number of, track the data of the conversions you got from your VSL and stuff like that, right? So this is another reason. And the last reason is with this sales funnel, you can't really collect any emails, right? And if you don't have any emails, that means you can't market to people forever, right? Because what if like these YouTube or other social media platforms suddenly just decide to ban your account or shut it down, right? You're left with nothing, right? Because all the leads you were getting were from this YouTube channel. Now, just because you don't have their emails, right, that means that you can't basically reach them again, right? But if you have their emails, you can obviously do that, right? So these are the three main reasons why I would recreate his sales funnel, right? Now, what would I recreate it into? So firstly, this is what it would look like. So this is just a bird's eye view, right? So I would send all the traffic from his social media, primarily his Instagram, to an opt-in page. Now, this is a screenshot from an opt-in page he already has. So he's got this opt-in page inside his one of his videos, right? I'm not sure which one was it, but yeah, he got that opt-in page in one of his videos. So I just took a screenshot to just explain it, right? Now, I would basically create an opt-in page to where I would send the traffic from his social media, right? Now, when someone actually opts in to this page, then they will get redirected to the sales page, okay? Now, this is just a screenshot from his VSL because because on the sales page, what's going to happen is it's going to have a sales copy, right, which will do the job to convince the person to buy his Skool community. And then there will also be this video sales letter, which he already has on YouTube. So we're just going to copy paste that into the sales page. Okay, so the sales page is going to have two things: the VSL and then the sales copy, right? Now we can't really have any sales copy on YouTube. This is another disadvantage of having a VSL on YouTube, because the thing is that not always the VSL can do the selling part, right? Sometimes people don't get converted with the VSL, but the sales copy of the page, right? So the sales copy is basically meant to push the person to buy into the community if they didn't buy after watching the VSL, right? So you're going to first have an opt-in page, then the sales page, which is going to have the VSL and the sales copy, and then this sales page will have a purchase button, which is going to redirect people to his Skool about page, right? Now I'm going to talk more about the about page in just a bit, but yeah, this is what his sales funnel would look like when I implement it for him, right? And this is where he's going to make the sale, exactly, okay? Now, what this will do is first help him collect emails, which he can use to forever market the people who don't buy from him after landing on the sales page, right? Because he will now own their attention. And secondly, the most important thing, it will help him get data, such as the total number of visitors he has out of those, how many people actually gave their emails, how many converted, and things like that, which we can't really track because he has his VSL on YouTube, right? And the thing is, guys, if you don't have data, you can't make the right decisions, right? This is why it's super important to have a funnel in which you can track the data. So this is the first thing I would help him implement. Now, you know when someone visits your profile after checking out your content on social media, and then they just watch your first 2 or 3 videos on your profile, and then just start scrolling reels again without buying from you or even showing interest in your offer? Well, this is exactly what happens when you do not have a correct Instagram profile, right? So to prevent this, in the second step, I'm going to optimize his Instagram profile, okay? So that whenever someone visits his profile, they instantly get nurtured to buy from him, right? Not just scroll off to reels again, but buy from him, or the least they do is actually give their emails, right? So we can market them later, like I described above. So this is how I would optimize his profile. So firstly, I would optimize his bio, right? So right now he's kind of promoting his Skool community in one line, which is something that, in my opinion, you should never do, because people love to buy, but they never like to get sold. So by promoting your community directly without providing any value first, you are just hurting your sales, right? So this is why you should never promote your community in your bio, okay? Because people, you don't know who's landing on your profile, okay? So to fix this, what we're going to do is actually have the VSL headline in his bio, right? So the VSL, which we will be posting on the sales page, obviously it's going to have a headline, right? So the headline could be, I don't know, so this is just an example, right? So headline could be how I help 18 to 25-year-olds make 10,000 per month with their OnlyFans management AI agencies, then the down arrow, right? Now the down arrow, which will point to the opt-in page link, right? So we're going to remove the beacons link, right? Because what this does is it actually confuses the people, like I mentioned before, right? So this is why we are only going to have one link in the bio, right? So that the focus is narrowed down, and which will be the link to the opt-in page, okay? Now, the second thing we would do is actually change his posts, right? So his top 3 posts are these, right? So these are just random posts, okay? Now, what we're going to do is actually have strategically planned pinned posts, right? Now, the pinned post will be first his story, right? So in which he basically talks about how he started all this and how he got to where he is today, right? And in the second one, it will be his framework, so how he actually helps people achieve the desired outcome. And the third one will be his biggest case study. So he already has helped like a lot of people. By the way, congrats on that, Hugo. So he has already helped a lot of people with their OnlyFans management agencies. So in this video, he's going to talk about the biggest case study he has had. Okay, so these are some 3 strategically planned pinned videos I'm going to help him make. Okay, now this complete thing, right? So this will be his complete profile optimization. Rest, everything is perfect. So what this will do is when someone actually visits his profile, they're going to know exactly who Hugo is, right? And how he can help them, right? And how they can actually get help from him, right? Which will be through just accessing the link in his bio, which will be the link to his opt-in page to get the masterclass. Okay, so this is the science behind optimizing his profiles. Now, with his profile optimization, our goal will be to actually direct the people to this opt-in page, like I mentioned earlier, right? And then the same sales funnel will follow. Okay, So this is the second thing I would help him with. Now, right now, he's mostly posting inspirational content on his Instagram profile, right? Now, the thing is, if you post entertainment or inspirational type of content, this mostly results in attracting broke people or people who are just not that much interested in hearing what you have to offer. Okay, they're just like the dopamine hit you gave them with your inspirational video, and they are never serious about buying from you in the future, right? Or even if they want to buy, they'll just enter in your community to just try out stuff with you. So you attract a lot of unserious buyers when you only post entertainment and inspirational content. Which is why the next thing I would do is actually an ICP optimized educational content. Now, what this will do is actually attract quality traffic, quality people we want to work with, okay? Now, the content under ICP optimized educational content will fall under these three buckets, okay? So the first is problem aware, second is authority, and third one is solution aware, right? Now, when I say problem aware, we want to talk to people who know they have a problem, but they just don't know the solution to it, okay? And now we want to place the OnlyFans management AI agency model as the solution to their problem, okay? And obviously it's going to be related to finances, okay? So this is the content that will fall under the problem aware bucket. Now, next is the authority bucket. So in this, we need to answer the question, why is Hugo the best person to solve this problem, okay? So in this, we basically need to establish authority, right? By showing case studies, personal results, and stuff like that. So they actually believe that Hugo is the right person to help them with this problem, okay? Now, once you make people aware of the problem they're going through and how they can solve it, right? And you have told them you are the best person to solve it and they believe it, right? The next step will be to actually give them a sneak peek of how you actually solve the problem, right? And make sure, we just need to make sure we are only giving them the sneak peek to solve the problem, not the complete thing, because then they will obviously not buy, okay? So in the third bucket, which is the solution aware, which means the people are now aware of the solution, right? Which will be, in this case, OnlyFans managing AI agency model, okay? Now, in this, we need to just answer the question, how can Hugo solve this problem, right? So here you just start giving out steps and action systems and stuff like that, right? But just a sneak peek. So kind of imagine it like a trailer, right? So a movie trailer has got the most exciting moments of the movie, right? And the trailer is free to watch. But if you want to go watch a movie, you need to pay, right? So in this case, your community, or basically your offer, is your movie, and this content will be the trailer, okay? So kind of treat it that way, right? Now, this content will be posted both on his Instagram and his YouTube. So on YouTube, he's already posting education content, which is a good thing, but we're going to optimize it according to these three buckets because that's what actually attracts the type of people we want to work with, right? And on Instagram, it will be 7 pieces of content per week, 7 reels, and on YouTube, it might be 1 video a week, right? Or 1 video every twice a week. Right? So after posting this new style of content, he will now be able to attract people who are genuinely interested in his offer and are serious about doing this and actually have the money to invest into learning it. Because you see, a lot of people might already be interested in his offer, but a lot of them might not have the money to learn about it, right? So this is going to make sure we actually remove those kind of people from our traffic. So yeah, these are just the 3 out of 10 things I would implement for him if we were working together on growing his Skool community. Now, let me just give you a sneak peek on what other things might include, right? So firstly is the Skool about page optimization, so that whenever someone actually discovers him on Skool platform directly, they know exactly who Hugo is, right? What he can do for them and how he can do it for them, right? And basically just having a mini sales that are on the Skool platform and optimizing the Skool page accordingly, all right? So yeah, that's about the Skool page. Now, secondly is the conversion stories. So the goal with these stories will obviously be posted on Instagram. The goal with these will be to constantly nurture his current Instagram followers and his future Instagram followers who haven't yet bought from him. Okay, so I remember that the recent mentorship that I bought from a guy was simply because he was constantly nurturing us. He was constantly nurturing us through his Instagram stories, right? And one day I actually bought from him, right? So yeah, that will be the goal with these conversion stories, to make them take action, okay? Then the third thing will be back-end email marketing, and this will be to obviously maximize the sales. So like I mentioned earlier, that the people who will not buy, we will actually continue doing email marketing to them so that they buy, right? And the next thing will be the high ticket offer upsell, right? So he's got a 1197 high ticket mentorship offer, right? So how we can actually upsell this offer correctly so that people actually buy and not ignore it, right? And they don't give any stupid objections like it's too expensive and stuff like that. So that means we need to have a proper messaging, and for that we've got a specific strategy, right? So this is what we're going to include in this, right? And also an affiliate strategy. So maybe he can promote some affiliate products inside his community, right? Now these two, the goal with these two is to make Hugo add an extra $15,000 way faster, right? Way faster than the low ticket community offer. Okay, so yeah, that's the goal with this. Then the next thing we will do is actually make a referral strategy so that his community members, right, the members inside his community are actually marketing this community for him, right? Hugo doesn't have to do the acquisition heavy lifting, but his customers are doing it for him, right? So there's a specific process you need to follow to do this, because most people try this and they can't really pull that off, right? So this is something we will also do, right? And this is also going to make sure that he adds an extra 15K way faster, right? Then another thing would be management and retention systems, right? Because, okay, it's good that you acquire new customers, but how will you actually keep them? How will you actually keep them happy and also paying them month after month, right? So this is what we're going to implement in this step, right? Then the last thing will be the product development, because at the end of the day, business is not that much about acquisition, but about the product, right? The better your product, the longer you will stay in business, right? So this is why the last step will be to actually develop the product, right? So the goal here will be to create the best OnlyFans management AI community on the platform called Skool, and to actually get this inside top 10, right? So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Hopefully it helps Hugo and you guys watching this to get some insights on how you can scale your community, right? So yeah, that's pretty much it, and I hope you have an awesome day. Peace out.